back to Geek Out with me. Today's guest is Yuka, who have such a unique experience as a cultural performer, including Eisa, which I really get into it now. I've never heard of Eisa as a name when I was in Japan. And after coming to Cairns, I met her. She just started Eisa group. So today I'm gonna ask her about mainly Eisa, but as well as the cultural performance. All right, so let's get into it. Can you please introduce about yourself and what made you got into the Eisa as well?
I became a permanent resident in Australia as a Japanese teacher. So that's where my cultural sharing is one of my passions. So I've been really keen to share the Japanese culture and the language, of course, to the Australian children, Australian community. So that's how I started the taiko drumming. Yeah, I've never actually done taiko drumming in Japan. After I came to Australia and especially starting to become a Japanese teacher, I started to realize, wow, Japanese culture is so unique and beautiful, and I started to love my culture more, and my cultural identity as a Japanese grew bigger and bigger. It's really something I didn't expect.
It's really hard to evaluate the culture we are in properly when we are in.
That's so true. Yes,
we sometimes need a distance to see the a whole picture of what kind of culture we have. That's how I feel like after living in Cairns for 3 years.
I like what you said before about the Mount Fuji.
My favorite analogy or metaphor is we can see the beauty of the Mount Fuji while we are climbing. We didn't know while we are living in Japan, but once we got out of it and see from the outside, we are amazed. Oh my God, our culture is awesome.
That's right. So that's how I became quite passionate about sharing the culture to Australian community and now in Cairns.
But you said you started with a taiko drumming performance.
So taiko drumming, it just happened. One of my friends, who is also my colleague, he's also a Japanese teacher, he started his own taiko drumming team after he came back from Okinawa taiko team. He's Australian, by the way, but he invited me to start his team, and then that's how I started the taiko drumming. But when I grabbed the bachi stick, you know the Japanese expression "chiga sawagu"? The blood is boiling.
I think if you have to translate it into English, I'd say when I grab the sticks, they feel like they're waiting for me, maybe awakening.
Bachi stick switched on my Japanese, taiko drumming instinct. So so I kind of knew how to play without learning. So that's something funny. That's the start of the taiko drumming. So I played in the team for a while, and then I left the team and started teaching myself from the DVD and then YouTube video. And from watching the taiko drumming YouTube video, often the Eisa drum YouTube video comes up as a recommendation as well. So I kind of knew Eisa as an extended form of taiko drumming.
That's kind of the moment that you got into, or maybe the awakening moment as a taiko player. And then you gradually get into the Eisa.
I always had the interest. So taiko drumming is performance and also not just the sound, but the movements and the costume and all that. And then I was more interested in more acrobatic kind of performance. Eisa is Okinawan traditional performing arts where people play the drum and dance at the same time. That's the Eisa drum. If you know what the taiko drum, the wadaiko looks like, it's usually brown, but this Eisa taiko drum's usually red, bright red.
So what about the purple? Is that also
purple,
iconic?
Yeah, typical Okinawan combination color, yellow, red, purple.
Yellow, red, purple.
That's quite typical, and black. And always bright.
So
anyway, I'll just quickly show.
Nice.
So.
Oh my God.
And then sometimes
that's so
turn,
cool.
And then so that's the Eisa drum. So when you have just the usual taiko drumming, the taiko is on the stand and you don't move just from the taiko drum. But Eisa drum is mainly the dance.
Oh, okay. So mainly the dance, but with the drums.
With the drums.
Together.
So this one, same thing. You hold it and then.
She can't sitting down.
Like so. So you can move with the drum. So that's more acrobatic, and also the costumes more bright colored and Yeah, so that's
what
the
you
Eisa.
wanted.
Yeah, so I was always interested in learning the Eisa dance, but I just didn't have opportunity to learn from someone.
Yeah.
And Eisa drumming is usually in a big group. Yeah, so it's a big group thing.
Yeah, I see.
And then I kind of tried learning by buying the Eisa drum, the small one, and the Eisa DVD, and I tried to teach myself.
Wow.
And I invited my friend to join me, but my friend didn't really want to continue, so I had to give up. 7 years ago that was. I had the interest from that time, and I just didn't have the chance to do it, so I continued taiko drumming, but I didn't have the Eisa opportunity until 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So your career as an Eisa player is just beginning.
Yeah, it
I
just started
see.
last year.
Nice.
So it has only been a year and a bit. Yeah.
Are you having something to do with Okinawa or culture before coming to Cairns?
Actually, no. I'm from Tokyo.
Okay.
It's kind of a shame to say, but I've never visited Okinawa mainland. I really want to now because now I'm dancing Eisa. So it's an interest that came from taiko drumming. Yeah, the culture in Okinawa is so different from the rest of Japan.
Yeah, I agree
So
with that.
it is still Japanese culture, but it is almost like a foreign culture. So I started to become fascinated with different side of Japanese culture that I didn't learn. Yeah, so I kind of knew a lot about Japanese culture, except for Okinawan culture. Okinawa is so special, it has so much to learn, and I kind of knew the surface of it, but each of them has so deep meaning.
I see.
Yeah, so even just one Eisa dance, I thought it was a performance.
Yeah.
But it is more than just a performance.
I see.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, Okinawa has a sanshin, which is like kind of guitar. So do you also use sanshin in the Eisa performance?
We do. So now
to play
we have
the music?
a sanshin player in our team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're very lucky. Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yes. So now I've also started learning sanshin from her and sing Okinawan song with the sanshin.
Yeah. The Eisa is combined with dance performance, taiko drumming, and as a kind of background melody with sanshin.
Right. Yeah. So Eisa is, I thought it was just a dance performance, but it is actually a tradition that young males do at the end of their Bon season. Bon is also different from the mainland Bon. They follow the lunar calendar. Bon
Eisa
is a
is kind of part of ritual event.
It is, so it's like when they dance, then they send the ancestral spirit back to where it came from. Then so even if without the audience, they dance, and then they dance with the pride. So that really links to my passion of sharing the Japanese culture with the pride.
Yeah, and like a spirit. Yeah.
So I do this performance outside of Japan because I am Japanese. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I'm not Japanese, then maybe I'm not that proud. But because I came here as a Japanese person and then being interested in the depths of the culture why don't we share it and then feel more pride in our life. So that's where
you want
my
to share the Japanese
passion
culture.
comes from. Yeah.
About the dancing with some musical instrument, what comes to my mind is like a brass band performance, but they're more focused on the instruments. You know, some high school kids like playing the lots of like orchestra thing, but with some stepping. But Eisa is more focusing on the dance and also like a spiritual traditional style.
Origin is spiritual. Yeah, it was to do with the ancestral spirit. But now it started to change its form. So now something called a creative Eisa or Sosaku Eisa has
like
become
contemporary.
more common. Especially after like internet became common, then Eisa spread really quickly through the rest of the world as a form of Sosaku Eisa. So Sosaku Eisa is not, it is very similar. We still dance with the drum and use Okinawa music, but the music can be a pop music too. It can be like traditional.
Adjusted.
So some people still do Eisa performance with the sanshin and the live singing, but some other groups use like Begin, Shimanchunu and those pop
very
songs
popular
as well.
Okinawa music.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you mentioned, you played like piano, electron piano.
Piano.
Other
I started as a piano and now I do digital piano.
Yeah. Okay, so you play with piano and you play taiko, and now you're adding the performance and as an Eisa. But what's the one word to describe Eisa for you?
Eisa for me. It doesn't have to be Eisa. It applies to all the other culture performance too.
Yeah, that's
taiko
right.
drum as well. But it is my opportunity to show that I am proud to be Japanese.
So that's your expression.
Yeah. So at the moment, I am using Eisa to express that pride.
So you may start getting into the different performance in the future.
Maybe. Well, I will, of course, continue Eisa for a while. I just started.
So just adding on top of that.
Yeah. Well, like I'm doing. I didn't stop the taiko drumming. I haven't stopped playing other musical instrument, but whatever I do, like when I play the piano, I usually do the Studio Ghibli music. So it's something to express.
Okay, so
the
even
beauty
playing
of Japan.
piano, you still connected to the Japanese
so
culture
I,
and
share,
traditions.
Japan has such a beautiful music, and so I try to introduce the beauty of Japanese culture through whatever I do. So that's the window that I'm using.
Window. That would be a good word, Yeah, I see. Next question might be a little bit difficult to answer, but so you've been doing the cultural exchange, like including taiko and Eisa, and so what would you think about the mixing up other traditional performance? So for example, like Australia has indigenous performances. Would you be interested in the mixing, or maybe like I'd say the collaborated?
Already happened.
Okay.
So
it's not the future.
Yeah,
but
so
now
there's a piece.
It's happening.
Yeah, there's a Eisa piece that was created in the hope of ongoing relationship between Okinawa and Australia.
So it already exists.
Yeah, so 3 years ago it happened. So there was an Okinawan concert in Melbourne. That was 2023. Yeah.
So
and then,
what kind of like music is that? Like a fully Okinawan?
So it is made as a Eisa piece. So it is like a lyric is like Okinawa and Australia like singing like a unity, and then it's a Okinawan traditional voicing. But they've also used a professional didgeridoo player.
Indigenous, like
indigenous Australian traditional instrument.
Musical instrument.
Yeah. So there is a so there is a piece that has didgeridoo with the Eisa piece.
That's
and then
very
there's
nice.
the Eisa dance.
It was playing here in Cairns.
So now it's a part of our repertoire.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're dancing it.
Can I learn it later?
I'll actually teach you.
Okay, so I'll add it on the video, like how difficult the Eisa is, maybe how much fun.
And I hope you feel it not that hard. Yeah.
Okay, so my question didn't make sense because it's already happening. So I asked you about kind of future form of the culture exchange in a more kind of dynamic way, but you told me it's already happened and I can kind of learn it later. But how did you get to know those? Because it wasn't on YouTube, isn't it?
It wasn't, So, I said 7 years ago I had no one to dance with and I gave up. And then, there was a moment.
Okay.
So at that,
that's what I wanted to hear.
So when that music for the Okinawa Australia relation happened, there was a concert in Melbourne.
So was there kind of event?
It was a concert, and then there were Okinawan performers and also the Melbourne local performers.
Okay, not a game.
So there was a Melbourne Eisa team, and they also danced. So that's how I sort of got fascinated into the Okinawan performing arts. And then the Eisa team leader happened to be my friend's friend.
Oh, okay. So kind of indirectly know each other.
You
have
so there was a connection.
Friend.
So my friend introduced the Eisa leader to me, and then I introduced myself, and I said I'm really interested in Eisa, and then she said I'm happy to teach you if you can come to Melbourne. And then she may have been joking when they said that, but
a joke way.
But I actually did go to Melbourne a year later.
Just to learn the Eisa?
And the taiko drum.
Okay.
So, yes, I call it the taiko ryugaku. So it's like studying something different.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
didn't just want to go there for a week and come back, but I wanted to learn properly. So I actually
What do you mean properly? Like,
so I lived there. I lived there for 3 months, and
wait, hang on. So you moved?
I moved
Kinda.
temporarily. Yes, yeah. So I'm a teacher. So
Yeah, yeah, you
I
said
have a
that.
teacher's license in Queensland,
Mm.
but I transferred the license to Victoria so I can get a job in Victorian school.
Did
So
you
I
hear
actually-
that, guys?
So I worked in Melbourne so I can live there properly. And during that 3 months time, I learned the Eisa from that teacher and also taiko drum from the teacher. So that's how I skilled up my taiko and as an independent player and learned Eisa drumming enough to be able to teach the people in Cairns. Yeah, and the teacher also was a very kind teacher. So she allowed me to share it to people in Cairns. Yeah, so that's how I came to the idea, I should start my own Eisa team in Cairns. And that was last year, 2024.
You took 3 months and even changed your base from Cairns
so
to
I
Melbourne.
actually drove to from Cairns to Melbourne.
Okay, no flew, but drove to down to Melbourne.
Because I needed my drum. I needed to take everything. And I needed a car to live there.
It's not like 留学 more like 修行. 修行 is kind of boot camp. Oh my god.
But it wasn't that strict, it was like a very friendly kind of atmosphere.
So you enjoyed it.
And I just joined the local team. So it wasn't just one-on-one. It was,
okay. So you were the part of them. And did you
so,
also perform them in
I
there?
performed once.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, that was very kind of her too. That she kindly put me into the back row when in one of the events.
Yeah.
So
wow.
That was like my dream came true moment. I'm dancing Eisa on the stage.
That's very
moment.
Nice.
So that 7 years of dreaming. One day I want to do Eisa came true.
But your passion still kept burning up, and you even started your own group in Cairns.
That's right. Yeah.
So and your kind of your new journey of Eisa has just started. That's how you feel now.
Yeah, it's only been a year, but I think we came a long way in the 1 year. We performed 16 times.
16 times?
Yeah, so it was a lot more than expected. So gradually our presence is known to Cairns community, and then we started to be invited to other events and getting some more interest. So but there's so much more depth that I still have to learn. Because I told at the beginning I only know about the superficial, that's like surface of the culture. But
and you were even starting to learn Sanshin as well.
Yeah, and Okinawa language. The lyrics are all Okinawa language. So I want to know the true meaning, and I want to be able to speak Okinawa language if possible. And,
we call it Okinawa language. Even though it's kind of academically categorized as a part of Japanese dialect, but this language is way different from
very unique.
the standard. Because of the history. So that's kind of makes sense. And we even call it Uchinaguchi, the language in Okinawa.
So I kind of feel rude just copying them without learning. You know what I mean? Like I can sort of listen to the lyric in the Uchinaguchi and copy it, but without properly learning the true meaning behind, I feel like it's a bit rude. So one day I want to go to Okinawa and learn properly about the language and how to sing, how to play the sanshin, how to do Eisa. So much passion.
I really love that passion, and I really love your guilty as well, because that's that's what I believe that all of the otaku people, the reason why I started this channel, have the kind of feeling that everyone has, as long as they are really passionate in something. Because I don't know how to explain about this guiltiness. So it makes me feel a little bit like a sorry
guilt,
or
no, you don't have to be sorry. I still feel it's meaningful to copy and share it as much as I can. So it's not the guilt, but it's
feels a bit incomplete.
It can be rude if I don't go any more depths into it. I need to keep learning. That's how I feel.
I understand. I really understand. So yeah, if that happened everything, I think. Like if I started learning, well, let me say like French, I gave up in a university. But if I kept learning, I gradually felt like I might have to go to France. Not only just to test what I learned, but also like to immerse into that environment where that started. Like kind of origin.
Because if you learn from the actual user of the language, then there's so much history behind the language.
And we have to feel it.
So same thing can be said for any culture, including Eisa and Okinawa.
I know it's not kind of right usage in English, but seijijunre. For example, what we use seijijunre is like, oh, we have to visit that place because that's the original scene from my favorite movie or anime. That's what we call seijijunre. It's much lighter than the direct translation.
That's right.
Because it has much more regional, religious feeling, but we use that. And that's what I really love. Like we want to trace back to the origin once we started the learning something new. So and that's how you feel about like Okinawa or Eisa a little bit.
But having said that, I don't expect that to my members. So it's just me personally. You know what I mean? So if anyone wants to learn it with me, then I want them to feel more relaxed and even everyone's just starting point is always a surface, and depending on the person, some people want to go dive deeply, but some people just
enjoy the shallow area,
surface, which is okay. That's actually attract more people to join in. So
Absolutely.
Everyone can have a different style of learning, and I don't expect to be the same as me.
But did you expect to go that deep when you started Eisa?
That's my personality.
Okay.
So
once you started, you
I have so much hobbies, whether it's origami or bird watching, whatever I did in my life, I kind of got some level of depth and then go into a different hobby. So that's how, like, I'm not really going into really, really deep for one thing. I'm not like this kind of person, but I have like lots of different interests and then some depths for each of them.
But at least you're not happy to just enjoy the shallow area.
So
you want to go one
doing the
step.
shallow part.
I love that. I really love that.
So I often say like my body is not enough. I need 5 bodies.
Like Naruto, we need to like
Naruto. I don't know much about Naruto.
He's good at like producing his figure. So and what he did is like he copied maybe 200 because he has lots of energy, and he learned like very difficult skill just in one day because he copied 200. You know what I mean?
Can I have the skill? I need that.
What we want.
I need that.
We need to learn Kagebunshi.
If that actually happens, then the life is not really interesting. Life is more fun because there's a challenge.
And it's limited.
There's a time limit and there's a so much we can do. That's why it makes it
and
interesting.
You're trying to go deeper, but more. As many spots as possible, but at the same time, you want to go deep, a little bit deeper. I love that.
In other words, I'm kind of greedy. I
want
to learn lots.
Be greedy, be hungry.
Be
I love
greedy,
that.
be happy,
do whatever
be passionate.
you want to do. Because life is limited.
That's my life.
Okay, thank you so much for coming here
Well,
today.
thank you for my
This channel is
opportunity.
exactly for those who is like you. The too much passion to handle.
Too much.
I understand because I'm kind of same. All right, so if someone has the same too much passion to deal with, please leave the comment and become a member of us. And also please press a subscribe or maybe press the good button if you like it. And see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for coming, Yuka,
Thank you
and
so
see
much.
you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.